chemistry, noun. A science that deals with the composition, structure, and properties of substances and with the transformations that they undergo.
My name's Brother Chris Ernest Josinla, also known as Khufu and Tehuti. I'm pretty much into hip-hop in terms of certain music that I like and things like that. I wouldn't say I'm really a hip-hop fan, but you know, like some of the more positive lyrics, especially like Wu-Tang and Nas, you know, I like in terms of hip-hop. But I wouldn't really see myself as a hip-hop type person. So, you know, coming to this session actually kind of gave me more of an interest in hip-hop, you know, and some of the information that you spoke about, some of the artists, their background and some of their involvements, is things that I'll probably do a little browse search on the internet and find out some more about it. And, you know, I know that a lot of the youngsters are into hip-hop and rap-related music, so it's definitely good for the youngsters. For the youth, you know, music is influential, you know, as we know. A lot of the youths look at music videos and, you know, they dance to the music and they try to emulate the music and the artists. So I think, you know, this is good grounding for them, you know. One of the participants earlier asked a question about whether people can listen to the gangster rap and not get caught up in it. And I know where he was coming from, because I can listen to it and not get caught up in it, and that's because I have the knowledge base, you know. So I see it for what it is, you know. And so I think that's important for the youth to actually have that knowledge base and that foundation where, because they're so exposed to it, you know, they can be aware of the background towards it and the influences that it's actually having on themselves and their peers by having that knowledge base. Whereas without this information, like the hip-hop reader sessions, they might just be listening to it kind of blindly, for lack of a better word, and actually getting caught up in that whole kind of negative programming of it.
I'm Apocalypse. Hey, I'm recording music right now, you know what I mean? No MySpace, no YouTube, this way, you know. In due time, you'll see me blow, and that's gonna be blowing with a message, and it's gonna be I'm gonna be taking it so deep and so far that it's definitely gonna change the face of the game, for real. The hip-hop reader session was very informative. I gained a lot of knowledge from what these brothers and sisters had to teach and had to say through their own research and giving on to the others, which I'm really grateful of, you know, because certain things I did not know about, serious. And you know, I stood up here, I shared some of my intellectual property with the crowd, which is the rhythm and poem, cool rap music, and that is associated with the hip-hop. Yes, I was loving the whole idea of congregating with black brothers and sisters in order to gain information and to express, ask questions, you know, purchase the book as well, you know what I'm saying? I've got the book here too. They are needed.
Why do you think they're needed?
Needed to educate the black youth them on a certain level, because now these days, yeah, you don't see black youths, because we are actually causing major problems with on the streets, and the media really don't cover it in a way where it gets through to us young black people. And also, you can't really bring a youth into a church and say, yo, you know, let's believe in the Lord right now, because there is hope within faith. Because most youths don't want to hear that. It's either they're converting to Muslim or Islam and trying to find another way of life and gaining knowledge in the other way and find it in a different sense. But things like this now, you know what I mean, you them can sit down, young men, male, can sit down, learn, and just chill with a good vibe, you know what I mean? On a level where it's not a street level, it's not a gospel, holy level, it's a level where we're communicating as one. You know what I mean? It's communicating back through the research. Hip-hop. Hip-hop is more than just music, and that's what I've gained today. that's the knowledge I've gained today, because it covers it covers a wide range of topics, like the spiritual meaning of hip hop, the history of hip hop through our ancestors back in Africa, through the slave trade till now, you know what I mean, through the current struggle, through the birth of hip hop, the pioneers of hip hop, you know, the 5 elements of hip hop. We covered all of that, and yeah, it was definitely. Let's say our own faults cause the media to feed up on that and to develop the hip hop industry into their own kind of, I don't want to use long words and nice words that I really don't know to represent it, but yeah, it's been a bit misled from us as the creators and as the bearers of hip hop and the culture of hip hop into a structure where it's seen in a different way, how it's meant to be seen, basically, you know, and yeah. It's not in good hands. No, it's not in good hands right now. In the industry, how certain rappers are representing, the majority is just negative rappers, gangster rappers, you know what I mean? So it's not in the good hands of people that are promoting a wrong message. But hey, hip hop can go so far if it's in the right hands, you know? And if it's in the hands of the conscious man, and the man that bears the knowledge. All the elders that have knowledge about the hip hop, the history, the ancestors, the pioneers of hip hop, all those ancestors need to gather up as one, as a black nation as well, to give knowledge onto others, to be honest. Support programs like this, keep things going, man, keep it going with a fire, you know what I mean? Get the knowledge out there, you know what I mean? Conclude it to one thought and one mind frame and one community. And that's the community of blacks having knowledge and pushing it out in a certain way into the world, because hey, it's a universal language, hip hop, that's what I think. It's definitely universal, because look at everything else now. You know what I mean? Overseas, the Japanese, they're picking up on the hip hop culture, they're enjoying it, and you know what I mean? They're living it up, but what are we doing with it, you know what I mean? That's the question right there. What are we doing with the real hip hop, or the hip hop that can be made back into the realness, you know? What are we doing? So we definitely need to congregate.